But I would say my number 5 is routinely embrace device-free time and social media blackouts.
Wow.
I want you to think about the enormous time suck that social media can be. I mean, if you're on Twitter for what you think is a minute, it's actually an hour. You've just gone through all these different, tweets. So I just encourage people to designate times where they put their device down, they're not on social media, and they're actually engaged in more productive work. Maybe a conversation with a colleague. Maybe it's developing someone on the team. Maybe it's whiteboarding strategy in your office. Maybe it's time with your family. But I think occasionally putting down our devices and getting off social media is actually a way to save time.
Oh, I like that. Mm-hmm. I don't have that on my list.
Wow.
Right out of the gate, we got some different ones. Okay, and when you think about that, if you had a client say, all right, I get this, Randy, but what does that look like in practice? What's a starting place that you would say?
I have a true story for you. I work with a C-level executive at a Fortune 100 company. And one of the things that we talked about in one of our very first sessions was his struggle with time management. And it was really affecting his home life and his family life. And he talked to me about how annoyed his wife was getting with him, about his inability to turn it off. So I came up with a very practical idea that he actually implemented, and it worked. I asked him to go home and have a date night with his wife. But when they sat down to hand his iPhone over to his wife for the duration of dinner, for the duration of the date itself, and wait until the end to get it back, and ask her to hold him accountable and be responsible for the iPhone. He said it was nerve-wracking, difficult. It was really, really hard for him. But he did it 2 days later, and it got a little easier. And by the time I saw him 2 weeks later, he had done it 3 or 4 times. And he said it's actually been incredibly impactful.